Welcome to Unsolved Realms, the channel where real mysteries, unexplained disappearances, and unanswered questions come to life. If you are fascinated by true stories that remain unsolved to this day, you are in the right place. Tonight's story is not a legend, not a rumor, and not fiction. It is a real case that happened in the United States, documented by police records and investigators, yet never fully explained. On the night of February 24, 1978, 5 men left their homes in Yuba City, California, to attend a basketball game. It was a simple plan. Watch the game, drive home, sleep, and wake up early the next morning for a tournament they had been preparing for all season. They were excited, relaxed, and in good spirits. Witnesses later confirmed that nothing about their behavior suggested fear, stress, or trouble. There was no argument, no strange encounter, and no sign that anything was wrong. Their names were Gary Matthias, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Ted Weiher, and Jack Hewitt. They were members of a local sports group and were well known in their community. Each of them had mild intellectual disabilities, but they lived independently, held jobs, and were trusted by their families to travel together. They had done so many times before. That night was not supposed to be any different. After the game ended, sometime close to 10 p.m., the 5 men got into Jack Madruga's car, a 1969 Mercury Montego, and began the drive home. Yuba City was to the south. The road was familiar. They had driven it dozens of times. Yet instead of heading toward home, the car went east, away from civilization, climbing into the mountains of the Plumas National Forest. There was no logical reason for this detour. No one they knew lived that way. No restaurant was open. No shortcut existed. The road led only deeper into darkness and wilderness. Sometime after midnight, the car stopped at an elevation of about 4,400 feet. Snow had begun to fall and temperatures were dropping fast. When authorities later found the car, they were deeply confused. The car was not damaged. It was not stuck. It still had fuel. The battery worked. Officers later confirmed the car could have been driven away easily. Inside were maps, candy wrappers, basketball programs, and personal belongings. Warm jackets and clothing were still inside the car. The doors were unlocked. The keys were missing. What troubled investigators the most was the ground around the vehicle. Snow covered the area, yet only one clear set of footprints could be followed for a short distance. 5 men had been inside the car, but it appeared that only one person walked away. There were no signs of a struggle, no evidence of another vehicle, and no indication that anyone forced them to leave. It was as if they had stepped out of the car and disappeared into the night. Search teams were deployed almost immediately. Hundreds of volunteers searched the mountains. Helicopters scanned the forest. Tracking dogs followed scents that suddenly stopped. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Families waited for answers that never came. Then, more than 3 months later, a discovery was made that only deepened the mystery. On June 4, 1978, searchers found a U.S. Forest Service trailer nearly 19 miles from the abandoned car. Inside the trailer, they found tightly in sheets. His beard had grown long. His body weight had dropped drastically. Medical examiners later determined that he had survived for weeks after the car was abandoned. His cause of death was starvation and exposure. Inside the trailer, investigators found something chilling. There was enough food to last a year. Military survival rations were stored inside metal lockers. Heating fuel, matches, blankets and clothing were all present. A can opener was inside the trailer. Yet Ted never opened the food. He never lit a fire. He never left the shelter to seek help. He slowly starved while surrounded by everything needed to survive. Outside the trailer, investigators discovered the remains of Jack Madruga and Bill Sterling. Animals had scattered their bones, but evidence suggested they had died from exposure. Some distance away, part of Jack Hewitt's remains were also found. All 4 men were confirmed dead. 1 man was never found. Gary Mathias disappeared completely. No body, no clothing, and no confirmed trace of him has ever been discovered. Gary was the most capable of the group. He had military experience and understood basic survival skills. He was also diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia controlled by medication. That medication was never found, either in the car or at the trailer. Some believe Gary stopped taking it, leading to confusion or fear. Others believe he may have tried to find help. No theory explains his complete disappearance. One detail continues to haunt investigators. Ted Weiher's feet were badly frostbitten, yet his shoes were not on his feet when he was found. Later, the shoes were discovered neatly placed under his body. This suggests that someone else removed them. Someone else was alive. Someone else was thinking and making decisions after the others were gone. Why did they drive into the mountains? Why abandon a working car? Why walk into freezing wilderness without winter gear? Why ignore food, heat, and shelter? Why did 1 man vanish without leaving a trace? No explanation answers all these questions. There was no evidence of violence, no robbery, no confirmed third-party involvement, and no clear motive. The investigation ended without conclusions. The case remains officially unsolved. Decades later, detectives still admit that nothing about this case fully makes sense. 5 men left a basketball game expecting to return home and instead walked into a mystery that has never been explained. Somewhere in those mountains, the truth still exists. Whether it lies buried under snow, hidden in forgotten records, or carried by the 1 man who never returned, no one knows. If you enjoy real unsolved mysteries like this one, make sure to subscribe to Unsolved Realms. Turn on the bell notification so you never miss our next video, where we uncover more true cases that history left unanswered. This is Unsolved Realms, and this mystery remains unsolved.